Welcome to Quantum Finance. My name is Parker. I'm the head trader here, and this is our day trading recap for Tuesday, September 26th. So in this video, we'll take a look at the day trading opportunities that we had today. So starting here with our market internals, as you can see, we had a big gap down this morning, massive tick to the downside, opening down here at about this negative 1500 tick mark. If you do look at our volume difference, as you can see, big sell volume today. Looking at our advanced decliners to go with that big tick down, as you can see, big gap down across the board, sitting well down into this extreme range to the downside. Looking at the VIX, as you can see, gap up in the VIX here, gapping above Friday's highs, and then as you can see, pulling down into that at support and getting a nice move to the upside. So really bearish market internals here, as you can see, a lot of selling and big gap down here in the market with a bullish VIX. You can also take a look at our watch list here. So as you can see here, I want to point my cursor right here at this 930. Actually, I'll put it at the 945 mark. If you do look here on the SPY and the Qs, as you can see, we had a big squeeze going into the open here, right? With downward momentum. So when you see this squeeze firing at 945 to the downside, you have to expect for a large volatility event to the downside to happen and to occur. So as you can see, we had a big squeeze here off the rip. And then with that, you can see the big drop in the market and then the continuation to the downside. I do want to put this cursor here at 945. As you can see, completely across the board, we did have negative or downward momentum in every single stock here. These are all the major stocks, as you can see. The only one we did not have negative or downward momentum in was Tesla. Actually, we did have downward momentum, but it was positive, as you can see the green here. Everything else was red. So with those bearish market internals, as you can see, and our downward momentum, we were looking for put options. So now we can go to our analysis tab here. We'll start here on the 3-minute. As you can see, we had that gap down this morning. We had that gap down. We got a push up into not even reaching up to yesterday's lows, or excuse me, what are these, Friday's lows? Not even getting up to it and then just selling off straight away. So with this, I didn't even get a good entry on this. I missed this whole first move because it just happened so fast. If you do look at the 2-minute as well, as you can see, it didn't even come and touch that midline either. But let me go back to the analysis tab here. So the first opportunity was, as you can see, we got that nice push down through yesterday's lows, and then we got this big bounce up here. So this was our first opportunity for a short into this bounce. If you do look here at the 5-minute, this was a 5-minute trade. As you can see, we had our midline lining up with yesterday's lows. So we did like this as a massive resistant target. So we did get short into that that move here into yesterday's lows because it did line up with that midline. As you can see, we had a midline cross to the downside below VWAP here on the 3-minute, which is a bearish technical. If you do look down here at our oscillator, as you can see, we had a bearish cross to the downside. And like I mentioned earlier, we had downward negative momentum. So a lot of bearish moves here. So when you're looking to get short, you want to get short into a bounce. So as you can see, this is where we got short. We got short right here as it hit yesterday's lows because we did have that 5-minute midline there as well. So we were looking at the 426 today's expiration put options. So as you can see, we have these pulled up down here. We actually bottom ticked this. We got in at 26 cents, I think it was. But we're going to say you got in a little higher. We'll call it 30 cents. And then on that first move, we actually had our first take profit here at about what is that? A 65% gain. I did take profit just into this first pullback because this was, a 65% gain in 6-7 minutes. So I did take profit down into here because we did have the slight support level. And then that next move up, we did take profit at about a 100% gain as we were coming down here and approaching the lows. And then that final take profit, as you can see, sitting up here at a 150% gain on these contracts. We can go to our analysis tab so you can get a better idea of how we did take these profits. So yeah, I did say I took our first profit here on this quick drop, but I took that second take profit down here into this 3-minute lower standard deviation, right? You want to look here at the 5-minute. You want to get short into the averages and sell into the standard deviations, right? So our first sell was right here when we just, to lock in some profit. And that second sell was down here at the 3-minute standard deviation. And we got flat down here at this 5-minute standard deviation. The reason we did like getting flat here is because we also had upward momentum here on the 5-minute. And we also had our 15-minute oscillator sitting right here at that 0 line. And as you can see, we were just slowly riding down into that lower extreme. So I didn't think there was that much room. So that is why we did get flat here at that 5-minute. This trade today was basically all about the 5-minute chart. As you can see, shorting into the 5-minute midline and getting flat into the 5-minute standard deviation. That's it, right? That's statistics, right? Buying at the mean and selling at the extremes. Really pretty simple, straightforward play today to take advantage of this downward momentum here in the stock market. If you do look, there's actually another big squeeze here. I was actually done trading at this point. But as you can see, going into that like 1 o'clock, we did have a big squeeze here on the 5-minute, getting a rejection at view up. So on this breakdown, could have been actually a nice opportunity to take advantage of further downside here in the stock market. If you look at our daily chart, as you can see, we really are just free falling here. That is another reason I was bearish, because we did break this major support level. So I did expect more, kind of a move to the downside, maybe down into this kind of, 415 to 420 kind of area. And if you do look at our average true range percentage, as you can see, the straight up move here, which does indicate an increase in volatility. We were talking about it down here last week, that we said we were starting to get a bullish reversal on our average true range. So we did expect some good trading and higher volatility to come. And as you can see, ever since we got that reversal, we have just been selling off straight to the downside, which has been really good for put options. So yeah, really nice trade today. Take advantage of this weakness in the market. We're looking at a 150% gain on these 426 put options. But yeah, that should do it for the video. Appreciate y'all watching. I'll talk to y'all later.